Planet eStream customers who use Microsoft Teams can take advantage of the seamless integration between eStream and Teams using our integration. There are two elements to this integration. One of those is the Planet eStream bot, and the other one is Planet eStream virtual classes within Teams. If you can't see either of these options, please contact your Planet eStream administrator, who will be able to assist in getting these set up within Teams. So if we look at the bot first of all, that works within posts on a specific team. So if you navigate to a team and then select posts, down at the bottom on the conversation, you should have the Planet eStream E. If you don't see that, it could be on messaging extensions, so you can go and you can create a shortcut to that. So to launch the bot, select the Planet eStream E, and it will present you with 5 options. And these are dependent on the level of licensing that your organization has to Planet eStream and also the permissions you've got within eStream itself. So I can search my Planet eStream media library to add content from the media library back into Teams. I can also upload content to eStream via Teams. I can use the TV and radio archive search tool to add content from Connect. I can add content from TV or radio using the EPG option, and I can access the photo library. So as an example, we will use the media library search tool. I can enter a search term and hit the search option, and it will return any results within my eStream media library that match that search term. And I can then share that content directly within Teams. So to share the entire video, I can simply select the title. I can also select any chapters if there are any available, and any quizzes if they're available, and all of those can be shared with Teams. So in this case, I will just share the entire video itself by selecting the title and then selecting Add to Teams. And this will then add the video into the conversation. I can type a short message if I'd like to, and then send it to the conversation. And now to view this back, I can simply select View, and the video will be launched directly within Teams. I can press play to watch that then. The second element of the integration pertains to the Planet eStream virtual class tool. So in theory, effectively, this is exactly the same as creating a virtual class within eStream and then sharing it. But if I do it within Teams, I can link it to a specific team, and any members of that team will receive notifications and diary invites. So it just expedites the process. To do that, navigate to the top, and on the tabs, I can select Planet eStream, and I can then view or create a new virtual class. If you're just a viewer of these, you'll see any virtual classes that have been assigned to this team. So the first thing I can do is either select a virtual class to open it and modify it, or create a new one by selecting New. So the virtual class feature allows me to build a pool of resources that can then be scheduled to start at a certain time and shared with people I need to see that. The first thing I need to do is give my virtual class a title. So I could just give this a lesson title and a description. You can also enable advanced options, which will allow you to add any additional metadata that might be assigned to your eStream site. You can set a publishing policy and you can categorize the content. You can then just hit confirm to create the new virtual class. Next, you can set some parameters. So there are some scheduling options. You can say that the virtual class will start and end at certain times. You can just add a start point or an end point if you want things to be scheduled in that way. Or if you want to use virtual classes as defined lessons, you can enable the schedule and then set both the start and the end times using the schedule. You can also just leave that blank and allow learners to view this in their own time. You then have a few other options. First one of these is control media. So what that means is when someone is viewing your virtual class, you as the educator are in control of the media that they're viewing. So if you move forward on your video player, it will also move forward on their video player. They're unable to move around or pause and any of those kind of things. So you might want to enable that. You can also enable comments, which means that people can add comments as part of this virtual class. So they might ask a question that pertains to something that you've covered in that class. Next, you can associate it with the current team. So because we're creating this in Teams, you might be using Teams to deliver educational content or lessons, and you want to just associate it with this specific team. So it could be a specific class. So you can do that by just leaving enable ticked. The virtual class allows you to pull in media that already exists on your eStream site, or you could just show a live stream. So if you are a Planet eStream customer who has the live streaming tools, you could decide where you're live streaming from. So pick a specific computer, and then the live stream will make up the content for that virtual class. Alternatively, you can leave that off and just select pre-defined content. I'll then hit confirm, and we've created the new virtual class. Currently, it doesn't have any content in. So the first thing I need to do up at the top is select media. I can then search for content that's on my eStream site. Using the search tools at the top, and then I can just select any items that I want to add to the virtual class. If we scroll down now to the video player, you'll see all of the different items that are available to you, and you can select any of those to load them into the video player. When the virtual class starts, you can change which item is loaded as they're playing back, and it will be updated on the viewer's virtual class. If someone had comments, they can be seen on the comments area. So you'll see any comments that are added as an educator in real time. You can also add comments back in if you wanted to. So you can reply to their comments by typing. Or of course, if you're using the live stream tools, you could just repeat something or elaborate on something. Finally, you'll see any viewers that are attending that lesson just up here at the top. So we can then press start. It will start the playback of our lesson. If we move through this, it will be updated on the viewer's virtual class. At any point, you can modify the attendees. You can invite people outside of Teams using the invites or by sharing a link or taking the embed code and then putting that into another platform such as your VLE system. And you can modify the virtual class using the settings.